Hey guys, welcome to episode 14 of Let's Play Pokémon X. Once again, I have taken some time to train up our team just a little bit. As you can see there, they are all now at level 34, and looks like I haven't healed since the last time I trained, but we can do that a little ways down the road. And we are today going to explore Coumarine City, and if all goes well, challenge the gym here as well. Coumarine City, the city where Bay and Butt are bound. I guess because it's a city that's by the water and also by all these cliffs. These two people look like twins. Having lots of Pokemiles will give you a big smile. I'm not sure what a Pokemile is. The Legends of Kalos say the legendary Pokemon is in a deep, deep sleep. That's why there aren't many stories about it. I guess that would make sense. Also, I discovered that you can actually ride those Skiddo on the route and actually jump through the fence and over the little hedges with them. And do quite a bit of exploring, which is pretty cool. So if you're going along that route, I definitely recommend hopping on a Skiddo and trying it out. You can go a lot further with them than I had originally discovered. What does this guy say? If you use Rain Dance to make it rain, thunder will never miss. Rain, rain, come today. Drizzle ability, you're fantastic. Only, I think, 2 Pokemon in the game have Drizzle, though. Politoed and Kyogre. So we probably won't have Drizzle on our team. And if you look way down there, you can kind of see, I guess that's the town below us. It looks very flat in 2D. They probably could have done a slightly better job with that. But it is cool to be able to see the town. That's the monorail track, of course. That's the gym up there. I haven't really explored the town too much. So there's egg-like things that are found at the Pokemon daycare. Strictly speaking, they're not eggs. They're more like a Pokemon cradle. Not sure what that means. Down here, I guess, is the next route. Route 13. Is that the way we came? Let's look at the town map. No, Route 13 is where we're going next time. No plants can grow in the red clay of this great plain, but it hosts the power plants. That can mean a lot of cool electric types. We came, of course, from Route 12. Alright, so we're not going to go to Route 13 quite yet. But, anything in these houses that's worth exploring? Leftovers. Did I already talk to these guys? Because I do have leftovers, but I don't remember if I got them here or in the last town. Anyone over here? See, I seem to remember these people. Do I want to listen to his song? He's probably going to charge me a tip afterwards, isn't he? Alright. That was Lapras. Oh, that's cool. It's like a trivia game. Yay. That sounded like it was like the wrong thing. Like, oh, you got it wrong. I'm like, no, I'm pretty sure that's Lapras. And a Poketoy. Not sure what that does. Alright, well. It's a very peaceful song, dude. Well done. Yes, he told you. Alright, we'll give him a tip. We have a lot of money at this point, so I'll give him a good tip. It is a nice little tune. Alright. Is she gonna do the game again? That was Lapras again, wasn't it? Yeah. Does she always choose the same one, or is it just random? Yeah, it's Lapras again. Alright, well, I was kind of interested to see if I'd be able to guess any of the newer Pokemon in my party, but she seems to really like picking on Lapras. So let's go ahead, let's go in this house first. And then we're going to check out the gym and see if we can fight it, and we can always explore the rest of the town later once we go back down the monorail. Dr. Fennel created the game sync. I don't know what that is or who that is. Must be a thing you can do with like 2DSs. Alright. Yeah, Vital Spirit and Insomnia are pretty much the same ability, so I'm not sure why they have two different abilities. I guess just for flavor. But let's go ahead and see what type of gym. It has green icons. Maybe the grass gym? I will guess that. And it looks like I'm actually right. Although I did have a bit of a hint this time because of the green symbol outside. I wonder if that's always the case. I've never noticed it before, but it very well could be. So there are a few good grass Pokemon in Generation 6, or are there? I was going to say Lilligant, but Lilligant's actually Generation 5. There's the grass and ghost types. Who else would be a good Pokemon to find here? I'm not sure. I'll have to think about that one. How's the bout, little sprout? You've got it figured out yet, champ? Yep, old man Ramos' gym is all about grass. It's simple, right? You see a vine hanging in front of you and you grab right on. And hang on for dear life. That's maybe the most important of it, alright, pal? Alright, well, this sounds fun. Kind of like a rope climbing game. Can we go in these doors, or this is where you come out, I guess? I guess this is supposed to be a vine and not a rope. Alright, well, that's cool. I do like how they made these gyms. Can I not... Oh, you get the A. Oh, I see. All right. It's pretty cool. I'm glad there's a net there in case we fall. But this is clearly a dead end. So let's head this way instead. And I see our first trainer. Who do I have in the lead? Wayne. Let's put Litleo in the lead, because she is super effective against grass types. So this should be a good matchup for her. Behold the power of green, the power of nature. And Pokemon Ranger Chase has one Pokemon. It is a Simisage. Alright, so we're getting to face some pretty powerful Pokemon now. We have been seeing a lot more evolutions lately, and a lot fewer first stages. So, let's see. Lana, I think, learned Echo Voice fairly recently, which is a normal type move. It's a lot lower base power than Headbutt, 40 compared to 70, but it's a special attack, and Lana has much better special attack than attack. And it also does more damage the more times you use it. However, in this case, I'm going to use Ember because Ember is super effective. Of course, Simisage is really fast, so he goes first. And the fact that it's a male is not going to be to our benefit due to Lana's rivalry ability. Oh, it burned it. Now that is good, though. Alright, and we're not faster, so we can't flinch it. So I'm just going to keep using Ember. One or two more should be enough. And Lana dodged the Fury Swipes. Good job, Lana. Alright, so I think we might need one more attack. The burn won't be quite enough to finish it off. Yeah. But even if he does get an attack on Lana, it should do half damage because of the burn. Another Fury Swipes. Yeah, it's not going to do too much damage. Hit 4 times. And that's the end of Simisage. Alright, so the gym trainer's Pokemon are level 32 when they only have one, which makes me think the gym leader's highest will probably be like 35-ish. So I think we're probably going to be in pretty good shape. From where do you get your power? We should be right on the curve. Alright, let's go up another floor. And it's possible that a few of our Pokemon might even be level 35 by the time we get to the gym leader. So far, this is a pretty simple gym as far as like the maze goes. Okay, here's our first... No, not really. You pretty much just go back and forth. There's not like a lot of choice here. Now here's the first choice. And we can go 3 different ways. So let's start by going left. And, do you have to go back down to go up? I could definitely see the developers doing that. That seems like a thing they would do. Let's go this way first. I think it's a dead end, but I want to face this trainer. And I was right on both accounts. Here to challenge the gym, are you? Let's see your Pokemon then. Another Pokemon Ranger, Maurice. And he has a Ferroseed. That's good, because Ferroseed is doubly weak to fire, being both grass and steel type. Which is a pretty good combo. It's only weak to, fighting, and then doubly weak to fire. And it has really good defense, so we're definitely going to go with a special attack, Ember in this case. Once again, Ferroseed is male. There are a lot of male Pokemon in this game, and once again, we got lucky with the burn. So that'll reduce the damage we take from Pin Missile, but it shouldn't do much anyway. Yeah, 1 per attack. Because it's not very effective, and Ferroseed is not bug type, so he does not get the same type attack bonus when he uses Pin Missile. And one more Ember should be the end of Ferroseed. One Pokemon down, 2 more to go. Hopefully the next 2 will be just as easy to beat. I'm actually really surprised that it wasn't a one-hit KO, but I guess Rivalry probably had some play into that. Okay, now Lombre is going to be a little more difficult, because Lombre is water and grass type, which is an interesting combo. I think his evolutionary line is the only water grass type line in the game. So since all our moves are evenly effective, we're going to go with Echoed Voice. Probably good that we did, because Water Sport is going to reduce the power of Fire-type moves. And I think it's only Fire-type moves, not just any move a Fire-type Pokemon uses. So Echoed Voice should do double what it did last time. Yep. It's kind of like Rollout or, what's the other one? Rollout or Fury Cutter. Except I don't think that Echoed Voice can miss under normal circumstances, which I really like. I like moves that have 100% accuracy, because even like 95% moves, when they miss, they're still really annoying. Alright, got a lot of XP out of that, and Carnivine. Now because of Water Sport, and because Echoed Voice has been building up, I think Echoed Voice will be much more powerful than either of my Fire-type moves. It might even be a one-hit KO at this point. Not quite. Carnivine seems to have, I guess, decent health or decent special defense. And of course, it's male. But one word Echoed Voice should definitely finish it off then. I'm not sure how many times it doubles, if it's like capped at like 3 or 5, or if it just keeps doubling indefinitely. I think most moves are capped at 5, so it's probably the same thing. And Lana grew to level 35, our new highest level Pokemon. Good job, Lana. And that's the end of Pokemon Ranger Maurice. What excellent Pokemon you have. Got some money. And what's this? Lana is evolving. This will be our second Pokemon to evolve after our Frogadier, of course, Art. And Litleo has evolved into Pyroar. Congratulations, your Lana evolved into Pyroar. Very nice. I love like the flame hair it has. Very cool. And this is one of the Pokemon that has the most differences depending on its gender. Like most Pokemon have like minor differences you can notice if you look really carefully, depending on if they're male or female. Like Pikachu has a heart-shaped tail if it's female. Let's go up first and see what's up here. And this is a dead end. Alright, going back down again. But Pyroar looks very different depending on if it's male or female. And it's obviously based after a male lion or a female lioness. Alright, and because she's now level 35, let's bring out a different Pokemon. How about... let's bring out Wayne. Even though it's a fellow grass type. Oh no, he doesn't have... I think he has Aerolace, but he doesn't. So his 2 moves would be not very effective against fellow grass types. In that case, let's bring out Caleb. Even though he's not at full health, he will resist grass type moves. And here's our third Pokemon trainer. My Pokemon and I will share the joy of defeating you. Ouch, those are harsh words. We'll see about that, Pokemon Ranger Brooke. And she's got a Roselia, which is a Gen 3 Pokemon, I believe, a grass and poison type. One of many at this point. Alright, so we do have Aerial Ace. Let's use Swords Dance to begin. That'll double our attack. Grass Whistle. I don't remember what that does. Is that going to put me to sleep? It is going to put me to sleep. That's unfortunate. Luckily, Grass Whistle only has, I think, a 55% accuracy chance. So we kind of got unlucky there. And Toxic Spikes. So that's kind of like, what was that move that, not Stone Edge, Stone, can't think of the name right now. It's the move that puts the stones in the air above you, and then every time you switch Pokemon, it does damage. Stealth Rock, that's the name. So Toxic Spikes is kind of like Stealth Rock. It's an entry hazard move. And basically, if a Pokemon that doesn't have Levitate or is not Flying type enters the battlefield, it will be poisoned by Toxic Spikes. And if there are 2 layers, as there now are, that did a lot of damage. we might not be able to get an attack off before we pass out. But yeah, if you get 2 stacks of Toxic Spikes, then it becomes Toxic Poison, as if you use the move Toxic. And like with regular Poison, Pokemon that are Poison type or Steel type do not get affected by it. Come on, Caleb, hang in there. Oh, not quite. Guess I should have started with Aerial Ace, but I thought he might be able to survive 2 attacks. Alright, let's... this is hard, because I would bring out Wayne, but his moves aren't very effective against Roselia. Actually, no, Roselia is part Poison type, which means Dig will be evenly effective. So let's do it, Wayne. Unfortunately, Grass types are immune to Leech Seed. Oh, and we're poisoned. That's actually not going to be good for us, because the combination of that plus Dig, that's going to really hurt. We do have Synthesis, but... Oh, okay. Sap Sipper, I forgot about that. So useful ability in this case. I'm glad that Roselia didn't have a Poison type attack, because that would have been super effective against Wayne. Yeah, it already has the maximum stacks of Toxic Spikes. So its only attack must be, wow, critical hit. Must be Magical Leaf or whatever it used. Alright, good job, Wayne. That's a lot of experience points. I know you're poisoned. Hang in there, buddy. Only 1 Pokemon to go. A Wormadam, which I believe is a Grass and Bug type. That's not good. Because as a Grass... Oh, wait, Wormadam... Yeah, I think it can have 3 different forms with 3 different types. But this one is the Bug and Grass type, I'm pretty sure. And both those types, I believe, resist Ground. So let's go with the Seed Bomb. We do have the attack boost. So that could come in handy. But not really. Alright, we might have to switch here. Because I think the poison would kill us before we ended up defeating this Wormadam. Alright, so let's switch back into Lana. And because Wormadam is doubly weak to Fire-type moves, a single Ember should be enough to defeat it. Oh, now Lana's poisoned. Right, I did forget about that. Wonder how many trainer battles are left in this gym. I really don't want to have to go back and heal, before we defeat all of them. Might have to use some items after this. So it is a female, so that's good. So in that case, yeah, I'm pretty sure a single Ember will definitely destroy it. Because that's like 6 times effective or something like that. I guess like 5 times, but still. Alright, good job, Lana. Really the hero of this gym. And now comes the flood of tears of regret. And now that Lana has evolved, I actually should switch her item, because I believe she still has the Eviolite, which only works on unevolved Pokemon. So let's give... what does the Pokétoy do? Guarantees escape from wild Pokemon. I found a Sky Plate, which is good for flying type moves. Oh, wait, I'm looking at Caleb, aren't I? On a item. Let's take the item. And I mean, we could just switch it with one of the others. We could give her leftovers. What does Caleb have? He has the Rocky Helmet. Alright, let's give Caleb the Eviolite then. Yes, we'll switch those items. And we will give Lana the Rocky Helmet, an item she has held before. Which is actually a lot better than I thought it was. I didn't think it would do much damage, but there are a lot of physical attacks early on in the game, or even at this stage in the game, so it seems to be pretty good. Alright, I'm going to move Lana up to the front of the party. And let's go ahead and use an antidote. Medicine. Because I do want to make sure we can beat the rest of the trainers here before we have to go back and heal. And a super potion. I don't have a problem using potions in between battles. I just don't like using them in the middle of battles. And I'm guessing there's probably still one more trainer to go, because I think the last gym had 4 trainers. And so far we've faced 3 in this gym. We haven't really seen any Generation 1 grass types yet, which is interesting. No Ivysaurs, or Glooms, or Weeping Bells, or Tangela. There's quite a few to choose from. Even Parasect. Alright, there's maybe the last trainer in the gym. Of course, the higher you go, the more trainers the gyms have. To realize our true potential, my Pokemon and I must become connected on an emotional level. So it's quite possible that at this point the gym might even have 5 trainers. Guess we'll find out. Oh, speaking of Gloom, there's one now. And because it's a female trainer, yep, it's a female Gloom. Awesome. That will definitely work to our benefit. I'm really hoping that Lana can learn like Flame Wheel or something soon. Because it'd be nice to have a better fire attack. Although is Flame Wheel special or physical? I don't remember. Executor. Now that is a powerful Pokemon. And Executor, I'm pretty sure, has much higher special defense than defense. So I'm actually going to go with Fire Fang. Then again, my special attack is a lot higher than my attack, so it's hard to say which would be better. That stomp might hurt a little bit. Not too bad, especially for a critical hit. And there's the Rocky Helmet in action. Unfortunately, not quite enough to finish off Executor, but one more Ember should do the trick. Alright, good job, Lana. Wonder what Pokemon the gym leader could have. I'm still trying to think what I mean, it could be like a Victreebel or a Ludicolo would be a good one to have. But I'm sure her best is going to be from this generation. And I can't remember what grass Pokemon were introduced this time. Well, it could be a Go-Goat, which is a powerful Pokemon, the evolved form of Skiddo. In fact, I think that seems pretty likely. I think Go-Goat is the only really powerful grass type I can think of. But as you can see, we are at the gym leader, so I am going to go heal our Pokemon, and I will be right back. Okay, we are back, and it's time to face the 4th gym leader. Our Pokemon are all healed. I did forget to grab Lucario. Oh, I didn't. I already have Lucario in my party. Alright then. Now hopefully we're not going to need Mega Lucario, because I feel like if we do, then we probably don't deserve to win this gym. But I don't think it'll come to that. Now who should we put up first? I'm going to put actually Wayne first. And I know his moves aren't very effective against grass types, but I figure you know, we're going to use him at some point, so might as well use him to start. Oh, so you made it up clear up here. I'm the gym leader. Ramos is the name. So what do you think, whippersnapper? Did you enjoy the garden playground I made with all these sturdy plants of mine? Their strength is a sign of my strength as a gardener and a gym leader. You sure you're up to facing all that? I sure think so. I also didn't see that many plants besides like the ivy. Like we were actually hanging on ropes and not vines. Alright, Leader Ramos, here we go. Jumpluff. Alright, that's a Generation 2 Pokemon, grass and flying type. And so Dig is not going to be effective against it at all. Obviously I can't use Leech Seed. So Seed Bomb it is, at least we can get a little damage. Acrobatics. Now that is going to be super effective and probably do a lot of damage. Yep. Luckily Wayne has really good defense. And that did next to nothing. Oh, sorry Wayne, this is just not your fight. Acrobatics is a flying type attack. And it's base 55 power, but it does double damage if the Pokemon using it is not holding an item. And of course, Jumpluff also gets stab. Alright, so let's see. We are facing a Pokemon that is both flying type and grass type. Let's go with Caleb next. He should resist both those types and hopefully be able to survive long enough to do a Swords Dance and then an Aerial Ace. That is my plan. Or should I use Retaliate for the double damage that would do? Let's go ahead and use Swords Dance. I always hate missing opportunities to use Retaliate, but I feel like that's probably not the best strategy here. Alright, now we have double attack, and Aerial Ace, of course, is super effective against grass types like Jumpluff. Now we have been Leech Seeded. I could switch to get rid of the Leech Seed, but I'm going to stay in. Especially because I took that turn to get the attack boost, and switching would lose that boost. Alright, so we now have a big attack boost on a Pokemon that has a move which is super effective against grass types. I feel like we're in pretty good shape. Go-Goat. I was right. Yep, that is his best Pokemon. Had a feeling it would be. Now, Gogoat has really good defense, so I'm pretty sure it will not be defeated by a single Aerial Ace. Even one that's super effective and charged up by Swords Dance. But we're going to see. Yep, not quite. And of course, there's the Leech Seed. But the good news is I don't think his Gogoat knows Dig, because if it did, it probably would have used it. It would have been super effective against Caleb. But the fact that it used a Grass-type move, which is not very effective, seems to suggest that it doesn't have any good moves against a Steel-type. Grass Knight also does more damage depending on the weight of your Pokemon, and Caleb I don't think weighs that much, being a little ghost sword. So it seems like he probably could have taught his Gogoat some better moves there. But good job, Caleb. Coming through force again, and Weeping Bell. Not even a Victor Bell. So all of this, I was saving my best for last with Lana, but we might not even need Lana for this battle. Gastro Acid. Now that changes my ability, I believe. Yes, or it just suppresses my ability. Now I'm not even really sure what my ability is, so yeah. That probably was not the best move to use there on Weeping Bell's part. Alright, Caleb is level 35. And that was probably our easiest gym battle yet. Night Slash. Night Slash is a dark type move, right? Let's see, base 70 power. Now dark type moves are good against Ghost and Psychic, but so are Shadow type moves, so it's kind of redundant with Shadow Claw, which gets stabbed. So I am not going to learn Night Slash. Keep the old moves. And we are going to give up on Night Slash, yes. Alright, and that's our 4th gym battle. You can't take things too quickly when it comes to forming a friendship with your Pokemon, Sprout. Got 5,000 for winning. We didn't use anyone with an Amulet Coin. And Caleb is evolving. I actually didn't know he evolved this soon. That's cool. A lot of evolutions this episode. This is only the first of 2 evolutions Caleb will go through before he's in his final form. Alright, Honedge has evolved into Doublade. Very nice. I really like the design of these Pokemon. They're like ghosts possessing swords and sheaths. Some of the more recent designs of Pokemon are kind of weird, but I like these ones. You believe in your Pokemon, and they believe in you too. Mighty oaks from acorns grow. Go on then, you earned it. Here's your own plant badge, Sprout. Very nice. Got ourselves a plant badge. Let's see what this one does. If you got yourself a plant badge, you can use the HM Fly even when not battling. It's a real boon. Pokemon up to level 60 will listen to you too, easy as falling off a log. Even if you got them from a trade. Ha, have this too. Might as well make hay while the sun shines, I reckon. Is it Grass Knot? It's gonna be Grass Knot. Grass Knot. I would rather had Energy Ball. The TM there is for Grass Knot. You can use it to trip up your opponents in the grass. The heavier the opponent, the harder it'll fall, and the more it'll hurt. Ain't it a marvel? Frail little blades of grass can break through concrete even. I can't help admiring that strength. Alright, well thank you, Ramos. It was a fun gym battle. It was a fairly easy one. And we are now halfway through the gyms in this game. Can you believe it? But the more difficult half is still to come. Also, I would suggest bring lots of potions to this gym because going back down and then all the way back up again is actually a real pain. It took me quite a while to heal our Pokemon and get back here. So you cut our leader down to size, did ya? Then I'll give it up to ya. Look, there's your name, engraved forever in those mysterious statues. Certified Trainers, Cam. Yep, none of our allies have beaten these gyms yet. That's kind of surprising, considering some of them are fairly powerful trainers in their own right. Alright, well, we are going to grab the Metro then, or the monorail, and head back down to the base of the city. There we go. And I believe there's still a little more to explore down there. I was walking around a little bit when I was training, but didn't want to do anything interesting until I was recording again. And here we are. Alright, so it's a nice little city right on the water. Something's on at the Kalos. Oh, that's right, there was the blackout in Lumio City. Must be related to the power plant. I didn't make that connection until that guy said that. My Magikarp is so cute when it eats Pokepuffs with gusto. Watching it eat them made me go off my diet again. Oh. So it seems like there's a hotel in this town as well. No great surprise there. I guess we should get our local O power. Ah, he's got a Go-Goat as well as Ramos. One day we will too. Did you know that the famous movie star Diantha comes to this hotel often? We've met her a couple times now. Seems like she might be a fairy-type user. I can tell you're a very kind trainer by looking at how happy Frogadier is to be with you. Since you're so friendly... Oh, a lucky egg! That is an awesome reward. I'm really glad I came in here, and I'd recommend doing the same. It earns slightly more XP than usual. I think it's 50% more XP. This guy's talking about Team Flare. So we are definitely going to use that. That will help our Pokemon get a lot of level ups, and we'll hopefully keep them ahead of the curve so I don't have to keep training off screen like I've been doing. Of course, the annoying part is making sure they're always holding the Lucky Egg. Now, back in the day, Lucky Eggs actually doubled the amount of XP you got, but they were also a lot harder to get back then. I kind of missed the days when they were really hard to get. That was actually one of my best memories from playing Pokemon, was getting a Lucky Egg. Alright, I'm guessing this will be empty. Yep, same trend here. And no Mr. O. Oh, but the game director's here. Alright, I guess I have to show him when I fill up my Pokedex. Oh, as you fill it up. So maybe the more you have, the more rewards will give you? That's cool. I remember the game director in the very first game was in Celadon City, and he would rate your Pokedex. I still remember the last one I got, my original blue version, was a Nidoking. I had a Nidorino, but I saved a Moonstone to evolve it up as the very last Pokemon I needed out of the first 150. I still remember standing in front of him, evolving that Nidoking, and showing him my completed 150 Pokemon Pokedex all those years ago. Didn't have Mew, of course, because I didn't want to cheat, and I didn't know any other way to get it, so just had the 150. Totally random TM quiz. If you give me a correct answer, I'll give you a TM. Alright, that sounds fun. What's the move I'm describing? It prevents the target from using its held item. Okay, so it's not Trick Room, and it's not Acrobatics. I'm pretty sure it's Embargo. I don't know what Confide does, but I seem to remember Embargo doing that, and it would make sense given the name Embargo. I'm pretty sure, didn't Cynthia's Spiritomb know Embargo back in like Diamond and Pearl? For some reason I think it did. Let's go with that. Correct, correct, correct! As promised, I'll give you a TM. And you get Embargo, so I guess she gives you those 4 TMs then. That's kind of cool. And you can do it once a day. Or the other one's Confide, Trick Room, and... don't remember the other one. But none of them seemed especially useful, but still. Add it to our growing TM collection. Alright, so my Lucky Egg story. I remember back in the day, they added the item in Gold and Silver, and the only way to get it was to get it from a Chansey. Oh, we get a good rod. Sweet. Alright. Yay, we'll have to go fishing. And, I'll get back to the story in a second. What does this guy sell? Incense. Let's see. Boost the power of water-type moves. So, do all of these... Oh, Incense, that's right. You need them to get certain baby Pokemon. So Sea Incense, I think, is maybe Azumarill from Marill. Lax Incense is for Munchlax. Rose is from whatever Roselia's unevolved form is. I want to say Budu. Is that the right one? Pure Incense. I don't know, that could be like Cleffa or something. Rock Incense. Maybe Sudowoodo. Odd Incense. That could be Wobbuffet. Luck Incense. Yeah, I don't know the rest of these. But, a Wave Incense could be maybe Mantike. Full Incense. I think maybe Luck and Pure are Cleffa and Igglybuff. And Full Incense makes the holder bloated and slow moving. So these also power up moves, well, in some cases, but I'm not sure by how much. It might not be quite as much as the regular items do. So we're not going to buy any of those, but thank you for offering. What's in this house here? Well, she's a little snooty. Please don't take anything my wife says to heart. You youth is simply too much for us older folks who've lost the adventuring spirit. Hey, a silk scarf. Thank you. I used to buy them all the time for my wife, but I think they would do more good for someone like you. Well, thank you, my friend. See, I got a scarf and you don't, so you should have been nicer. Silk scarves boost the moves, boost the power of normal type moves. So we could give that to a number of our Pokemon. Actually, Lana, what does she have? We just gave her the Rocky Helmet. Let's actually give her the Silk Scarf, because Echoed Voice gets Stab. It's actually our best move right now. And it'll be boosted even further by the Silk Scarf. So that worked out pretty well. Wonder if I should give Lapras something, just in case I end up using him or her in battle. It's a her. I think the Laprases are actually mostly male, randomly. Let's give her the leftovers. And of course, Lucario has the Lucario Unite. A little mini lighthouse here. Beacon, I guess. When I was a child, I saw a Pokemon trainer with a great Ampharos in a Zurbay. This must be a Zurbay. Now, Ampharos can Mega Evolve, and it gets the Dragon type as a secondary type when it Mega Evolves, which is pretty cool. Ampharos, I don't know, it's never been one of my favorite Gen 2 Pokemon, but I don't dislike it either. It's probably one of my favorite electric types, because I'm not actually a fan of electric types overall. I know a lot of people are, but I don't know, something about them. Maybe they're shallow move pools. That might be it. Because I like Electivire and Electabuzz, but most electric types not so much. Alright, well, I think that's about it for the city then. But before we go, I am going to tell my Lucky Egg story before I forget. So anyway, in Gen 2, the only way to get it was to get it as a held item from a Chansey. And a Chansey only had a 5% chance of having a Lucky Egg. And Chanseys themselves were really hard to find. They only could find them like this one little field over on like the southeast side of Kanto, whatever that route is between Lavender Town and Fuchsia City. There was a little grassy patch you could get to by cutting, and that's where you found the Chansey. And you'd find maybe if you were lucky 1 in an hour. They were really hard to find, and you could either get the item by catching it or just by using the move Thief. So I think I had like a Furret that knew Thief, and I would run in that field for hours and hours trying to find Chanseys and hoping they would have a Lucky Egg. And for at least like a week or two, probably for longer than that, I remember searching for that Chansey and couldn't find it. And I was telling my cousin about it, and he said, well, all right, what's your lucky number? And I said 23. He said, all right, well, I bet you on your 23rd Chansey you find, you'll find your Lucky Egg. And I didn't believe him because we were 12 at the time, and I don't believe in superstition, still don't. But lo and behold, I did end up finding my 23rd Chansey. I used the move Thief, and what did I get? A Lucky Egg. And I've been searching for that thing for quite a while. I still remember where I was when I found the Lucky Egg. I was getting out of the car at a marina by my aunt and uncle's house, and I still remember how excited I was. I was like, wait, let me catch or fight this Chansey real quick before we get out of the car. And sure enough, it had the Lucky Egg, and I hope I still have the Lucky Egg in one of my versions. I know a lot of the old Gold and Silver games, the batteries are dying for the memory, so a lot of them are getting wiped, unfortunately. So if you have old Gold and Silver games, I recommend transferring your Pokemon to Pokemon Stadium 2, or I guess that's all you can really do with them at this point. You can't trade them forward, so because they'll probably be gone soon if they're not already. So I don't know if I still have that Lucky Egg around, but I hope I do, because that I worked really hard for. So it's kind of a shame that nowadays they just give away the Lucky Eggs so easily, but it is what it is. I'll always remember how proud I felt when I finally got the Lucky Egg, and now we have a Lucky Egg in this game as well, so that'll be a nice boon to our Pokemon. So that's going to be it for this episode, guys. Hopefully you liked it, and when we come back, we are going to head southward to Route 13, and hopefully see the power plant and head back to Lumio City. So thank you guys very much for watching, and I will see you next time.